Hello there. So, starting episode 18 off with a little Araxi stint. It's currently path 1 and 2. I want to try and get that top piece because it is kind of like the most AIDS path in my opinion. So yeah, we'll go for the first loot here and we get U-logs. So yeah, as I said before, I don't want to really ramble on too much about base pet. You guys seemed happy enough in the last episode that I did sort of bank the majority of the loot, which is what I'm planning to do in this episode. Really, I'm only going to sort of like start to re-roll Triss keys from now on, really. Even though I said I want to get 20 keys, but I've been doing a little bit of thieving as well whilst playing on the alt account, so that is another method or another source of me getting Triss keys. So yeah guys, just on a little Araxi stint, and hopefully we can get this top piece. Sometimes when I'm in, I don't know, a certain mindset for doing Araxor, I quite enjoy it. So even though it's path 1, and that's what I'm doing, because we do have the middle piece. So the loot then is mage seeds, 7 of them. That's an amazing drop, to be honest. 5th kill within around 40 minutes, which isn't too bad. So let's have a look at the loot then. And what do we get? We get a Triss key, so that is definitely going on the pet chance. So we'll roll that. And we got an 87, so still no base pet luck yet. Hopefully we'll get it kind of soon though. And I've done 2 kills and I've just realised I've got Revolution on, and that is the thing that's been really messing me about doing Araxor. Having Revolution on, I'm used to full manual and not having ability queuing on. I had this on because I was doing a little bit of dungeoneering, doing the hard mode floors just to get that trim requirement off. But the loot then is Onyxes and Brews, so that is awesome. For the next kill, I need to remind myself to turn ability queuing off and Revolution, and then the kills will be much smoother. What's the loot going to be? I'm going to call, I don't know, Triss keys. That's what I think I'm going to get. Hey, I'm going to get the spider leg top. Awesome stuff, so we just need to wait for bottom path to reopen, and then we can get another full leg when we get the bottom piece. But for now, I'm going to continue doing middle leg, so we can get another middle piece, which is going to be good. Decided to keep doing top path just because it's the most pain in the arse one to do, and if I get a second leg piece on top path then I'll be set really to camp bottom and middle. So, ooh, mage seeds and brews on that drop, which is very nice. Even though it's only a 3 item loot, we get the mage seeds, which is great stuff. So yeah, carry on with top, see if I can get a duplicate leg piece. If I can, that'd be awesome. If not, it's not the end of the world. Just waiting for bottom path to reopen. Almost got dropped by sort of the core landed on top of me, so I moved and I went into melee distance and I got basically one ticked between a melee and a mage hit, so it wasn't really good fun. I had to sort of panic eat, and the loot then, mage logs, brews, pop it into the bank. Almost 300 mage logs, which is awesome stuff. I think we've almost got 14k mages now in the bank, which is pretty nice. So it is a new day and we are still on the Araxi grind, and with a system update being released as well, they did release some new auras, and I purchased myself the Supreme Brawler aura, which is 10% melee accuracy, which I'll use later on within the Araxi kills, and I'll let you know how it works or how it fares out. So the first loot then is Hydrix Bolt Tip. So we're working towards our second top leg piece because that is going to be, I think, the next path to close, and in my opinion top path is the most aids, so we're trying to get another top piece. Are we feeling a top leg piece, or even a hilt? I haven't had a hilt in a while, but I don't want another fang. If I get another fang, I may as well stake 100 mil. Hey, and we get onyxes. So yeah, if we get a fang within this trip, I'll gladly stake 100 mil. That means we'll have 3 fangs banked, and that is something we don't want. And we got signed at the, and because I risked it quite a bit, but we've activated up my aura now. The I think it's Supreme Brawler? Yeah, Supreme Brawler, and it is absolutely OP. It's 10% extra melee accuracy, and it absolutely destroys it. It's like you're using a Nihil with a Pack Yak. If you use this with a Nihil and a Reaper Neck, I don't know what kind of times you'd get if you just done middle path and you know, rushed it. And the loot then is more onyxes and brews, a banging loot. So yeah guys, if you have the loyalty points for this aura, I think it's around 120,000 loyalty points in total. Obviously you need the tier 1 aura to be able to get the tier 4 aura. It is, I'd say it's worth it. I mean, I didn't really, I splashed once or twice throughout a whole Araxor kill using this aura. So yeah, that kind of says it all in my opinion. Yep, this aura is definitely worth it. It is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, it's the sharpshooter and runic accuracy equivalent, and I'd say it is pretty beast. So this is kill number 6, and the loot then, Addy Cole, Bruise, a brilliant drop. Oh, I'm in love with this aura. literally in love with it. It is absolutely amazing. If you're struggling with the Araxor and you want to try melee, I would recommend getting that aura, stacking it with a Reaper necklace if you can. And literally the kills are much quicker, much more consistent, and you just don't splash. And we're coming in with more onyxes. So I think we've had 3 onyx drops in this trip alone, and more brews as well, which is great stuff. I was going to say as well, the brews that I have in my bank haven't really changed figure than what I did when they started this series. I mean, I'm on like 1.5k brew flasks, and I've been on that for ages now. And also I have picked up 1.3k 4-dose brews from next solos alone, which is absolutely fantastic. Kind of getting a little bit close now. I might have to change it to a yak. Obviously, I'm doing the bottom path with a Nihil, which I think is pretty decent as it is, because you take quite a lot of damage on the bottom path. So, loot then, Onyx Bolts and a Pheromone. So, that is an interesting drop, to be honest with you. I'm happy with that. That's a good, like, 4 mil, so we'll pop it in the bank. That kill was absolutely amazing, and it was just perfect. Let's have a look at my yak. Yeah, still a decent amount of food in the yak, and I'm on my 6th kill, I think, or 7th. I can't even really remember. But the loot then is onyxes. Yes, that is 78 onyxes banked now. On the road to 100 onyxes. That is awesome. That kill was another perfect kill, apart from the start, where I Zerk at the start, and it webbed, and I hurricaned, and basically used my sign. So, yeah, can it be worth another drop? And we get onyxes, so that is 80 onyxes banked now. We've got a back-to-back onyx drop. I don't really mind not getting the leg piece. Obviously, getting the leg piece would be an added bonus, but the normal drops so far have been amazing. Come on, bottom leg piece. We need this to finish this leg and cash in 150 mil to the tab. And Onyx Bolt and another Pheromone! Oh wow, okay. That moment when Araxor's like 100 life points off and you sort of splash 3 times in a row and it just doesn't die. But the loot then is a Trisky. So that is going to be the first drop that we're going to pet chance. And we rolled a 1! Oh my god. I'm done. I'm done. I think me rolling a 1 now, I deserve to get this leg piece. Come on. Onyxes, that'll do. Clutch kill coming in. Doing really well with the Nihil, getting used to it. It's kind of like second nature now, which is great stuff. And the loot then is Onyx Bolts, which 155. Decent. On the road to 30k Onyx Bolts in the bank, which looks pretty good. Oh my god, that was such a quick kill. And sort of almost died at the end of there. It was so close. So I'm going to switch it over to the yak now. The loot then, Hydrix Bolt Tip. So yeah, it's going to be yak time from now on until I feel that I need to reset the enrage. So god, that was so close. So switch to the pack yak now, and you can tell the difference between accuracy with the Nihil and the yak. You tend to splash more, even with the brawler aura, but it is still pretty nice to use. And the drop length is finally, we got it. So we can finally make the leg after about 60 dry, so that is brilliant. So we'll bank that, of course we'll bank that, and we can make this leg. So this is a beautiful sight, craft spider leg, and we shall make another spider leg. So we got 3 now, which we'll give them a sneaky price check, why the hell not. 461 mil, that is gains. So with me getting my bottom piece to the spider leg and completing that spider leg or third leg, I can now sort of relax a little bit and do what I was going to say that I was going to do in episode 18, which is going to be a bit of God Wars. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of Bandos right now, you know, taking it kind of relaxed, using a Steel Titan. Haven't really used a Steel Titan here on a solo trip, so I'm going to see how that goes. And yeah, the main goal here is Bandos and Saradomin are going to be my methods to get 120 strength, and then I'll be done with all 120 combats. So obviously the pets are a big motivation thing to go for here, so hopefully I go dry on Bandos and Sara pets just so I can gain as much XP as possible before eventually getting them. But Bandos KC is close to 800 right now, so yeah, I'll keep you up to date if we get any drops. So pretty much done around an hour and 15 minutes of Bandos. I'm going to do a few other things now, some in real life and then back on RS later on, but yeah, I had to cut my trip short. I was going to do 2 hours, but obviously things cropped up. So we didn't get any major items, none at all, just a Godsword shard, so it's all good fun. Got some straight gold rocks as well, which I don't know really if I'm going to go for trim or not. I'm still undecided, but I might look into it soon. And we also got candy corn shit as well, which is currently the Halloween promotion. And also I did forget my magic note paper because I don't know, I just completely forgot about noting the Bandos bones, so I don't really know how many I did kill. I left obviously with around 350 KC, so it is so fast Bandos and you know the XP from it is pretty good as well. I mean, you know, I started at around 76 millish, and yeah, 406k XP roughly, maybe even a little bit less, but in around an hour and 10 minutes, which isn't too bad. And yeah, I got unlucky with drops, but it's all towards another pet threshold. So, we started off Bandos again, and we just got ourselves some Bandos tacits. So, just chilling out at Bandos really. I did rebank, and we brought ourselves magic notepaper this time, so I can note down how many I can kill in this 1 hour session. I might even do a little bit more, might just do an hour and a half. So yeah, first drop, first kill, Bandos tacits. There we have it, 1 hour of Bandos done. That is my hour instance, and we got ourselves 75 kills. So with me bringing the notepaper, I tracked the amount of kills that we did get. So what I'll do, I may as well price check the hour worth of drops. So we picked up as much of the ores as I possibly could with such a short inventory space with me using a Steel Titan. And yeah, it comes to 2.6 mil. Obviously we got lucky at getting the Bandos tacit on the first kill, but you know, it's always good. So 300 KC in an hour, which is great stuff, and awesome strength XP as well. I think I got around almost 300k XP within the hour, so yeah, that is just purely strength XP as well, so that is a kind of OP for something which makes quite good consistent GP. So I'm probably going to go back to next, get back into the groove of soloing that again. So yeah, I shall see you in a bit. Hardly done any PVM this week, been mega busy in real life. It's the first thing I've done basically for about 3 days, and we're doing the QBD. So remaining of the task, got 23 left. First kill, we get a Torsion Spring. I'm not using Death Lotus darts just yet. I need one more scroll for ports, and I'll do the Ascension Crossbow and the offhand Death Lotus dart method. But until then, I'm just switched back to the Nox bow just to basically sort of relax a little bit, not go for speed kills, just go for consistent nice times. And yeah. And we get a Visage, and I realised that I was using ranged melee turmoil instead of ranged turmoil. So my kills are getting a lot quicker now, but they're still not as fast as what they are when you use mage. So believe it or not, mage method is still faster, but I'm just relaxing with the range method. And we get an effigy. So it's free XP, it's IBM. And we're coming in with our second piece, but sort of like our fourth drop if you count the effigy. So we've got 8 left, and we can get our asses out of it. And another Royal Spring coming in there shortly after our previous drop, obviously, and we have 4 left. So yeah, within 24 kills, I think we had 24, we've got ourselves 5 main drops, 1 being a Visage, 3 being crossbow pieces, and obviously the effigy, which is kind of good going. There is the Slayer task basically finished. So what we're going to do now is loot the chest, and I am that far behind, guys. The Raptor Slayer tasks are currently out, so I'm going to try that. I want to get the outfit, and apparently a new crossbow is on the market or something. So yeah, we'll get the final loot from this, which is Torstol Seed rubbish stuff, but consistent loot. And we will go to the Raptor now, and we'll get our daily task. Right, so first task from the Raptor is 230 Dagonos. I'm not sure if you can skip, and I'm also being told that it's double XP. So for you guys that are wanting to do 99, 120, 200 mil Slayer, then this is a brilliant benefit to do daily. It's for a double XP task. So I want to kill these new Wyverns as well. I'll probably do them later on, but for now I'm going to quickly bust out this Dagonoth task and basically start stacking up points to get the outfit. Completed my Dagonoth task, and we move swiftly on to Dark Beast. So I didn't actually realise that this works sort of incognito with regular assignments. So I believe I'm going to go to Morvran as well, and we're going to get ourselves an actual Slayer task. So yeah, I've got them Dark Beasts to do. Probably end up doing them for possibly my gold range rocks and even mage ones. But yeah, you need to do 15 tasks before you can earn a cosmetic reward. But I want to get these new Wyverns as a Slayer task, because apparently they drop a new crossbow and it's around 60 to 80 mil, maybe a little bit more. So hopefully get a chance of getting that. I ended up getting 102 Calgarian Demons, but this is a nice task to have. I want to get all the titles. I've got 2 left to get, and then basically that is that trim requirement done. I'm not really going for trim, just getting all the niggly requirements done whilst I still can. So yeah, may as well do these for the Slayer task. I mean, I have the added accuracy bonus for the Slayer helm, so and try and get ourselves a title at least. First beam so far is an Onyx, so that is another one towards the 100 that we're planning on getting in the tab. So I'll swiftly pick that up. No title just yet, but that is sort of not really an aim, just doing this for pure drops. And there's second Onyx coming in. So we got 49 left. getting through this task quite nicely. I'm using the Steel Titan. I'm not sure if next time I'll bring a Nihil, but the accuracy is pretty good with the Slayer Helm as it is, so I don't really need another accuracy boosting familiar or type thing. Steel Titan does a considerable amount of damage anyway, so yeah, Steel Titan method at Calgarian Demons with a Scrimshaw of Vampirism and an Army of Souls is kind of OP. There we have the task done. Didn't get ourselves a title, which is unfortunate, but picked up 2 Onyxes as well as a few other drops, which I may as well pop into the price check, remove the food and the restores and also the magic note paper, and it comes to around about, say, 4 mil, so pretty good. Got lucky on the Onyxes, that is looking nice in the tab now, so I'll be back at Morphran and hopefully we can get ourselves a Wyvern task. So, completed the Wyvern task. It wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. I did try out a shield method to begin with and then switched it to dual wield and pray. I did actually use protect from range. I found that quite useful. So a lot of people soul split. I just protect range and use debilitate and devotion and stuff like that. I did start to obviously shield camp at the start, but yeah, the drops are kind of shitty, I guess. Only picked up 3 things. I don't even know if them are tradable. Yeah, 104 GP each, and yeah, you get noted Wyvern bones. The drops are bad, but it was quite an experience. And I'm going to be practically ending off this episode here. So if we're going to just dive straight in, boss kills, and we're going to have a look on how well we are doing. So I've done a hell of a lot of Araxi in this episode, which I do kind of apologise for, but I just refused to leave until I made myself that full leg. So we got there in the end. They've also added a prestige system now on the boss kills and also the Slayer kills, which if you get any one of the monsters to 60,000, which is the cap, then you can prestige, but we are not there just yet. Anyway, our total boss kills is almost coming up to 20,000. I'll try and get it up to 20,000 for episode 19, just doing various bits and bobs. Araxor is almost at 400, so that's a second boss pet threshold, but we are still yet to get the base pet, so you know, actual boss pet shouldn't be in our mind just yet. And then other things as well, haven't really done any next in this episode. I tried to do a little bit more Slayer with having obviously Raptor Slayer assignments come out, even though I kept calling them Reaper tasks, but never mind. Other things which have risen, possibly Bandos is another thing that has risen quite nicely. I'll try and get this to 1,000 in the next episode, try and get that to the first boss pet threshold, and that is pretty much it. That is pretty much all I have done. Slayer kills possibly have changed slightly due to me doing various bits and bobs with Slayer tasks and whatnot, but yeah, we're not really focused on Slayer too much in this episode, just mainly all bosses. I'm yet to go to raids. I'm not really into raids that much, to be honest with you. I'll just go when I get invited if I do have time. I've been slightly busy this week, hence why I haven't really done much pvming, but I've tried to do as much as possible. Anyway, let's jump into the bank and we shall have a look at the tab. Now, I'm going to say now we are desperately close now to finishing this series. If not, we are already there. I don't want to spoil it too much, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rounding it off to 20 episodes, because I think at 20 episodes we'll be practically done with this series, and possibly, you know, we might be a little bit more than the target goal of 2.5 bill, which might be a nice surprise. But yeah, the main drops are just all adding up. 125 coal ore, cannonballs haven't really changed because I haven't been to Corpse since I got my pet. Onyxes, we got a hell of a load of Onyxes from Araxor, which is great, almost at 100, which was a goal of mine, which will look pretty sweet once I get there. 23k Onyx bolts. I want to try and push this to 30k. I think that'll look pretty special as well. And then scrolling down there, the main items haven't really changed. We got ourselves a Visage, I think, from QBD on Slayer Task, so that is the second one in this tab. And the only other main item that has changed is obviously the spider leg, which we have 3 now, which looks fantastic. I probably do want to go back to Araxor to get ourselves a 3rd hilt if we can, so we can obviously make ourselves 3 weapons. Hopefully it's not another Fang. If it is, it's not going to be the end of the world. And we are also up to 6 pheromones now, which is pretty awesome. I wish Jagex had a feature where you could just price check certain tabs. It'd be so much easier. But yeah, like I said, I think we're, you know, very, very close now, awfully close to finishing our 2.5 build goal, which is going to be pretty awesome. And then I can start working and focusing on my ult a little bit more, which I do want to get another episode of that out pretty soon, even though some of the clips are desperately old because like I said, I've been struggling for a lot of time recently. And yeah, I've just been doing the odd bits and bobs on my main, haven't really had a chance to go on my ult yet. So yeah, that is going to be practically it. I do apologise, like I said before, for having so much Araxor in this, but I did want to get that leg finished and bank another 150 mil, which is what we have done. So yeah guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and as always guys, I shall see you in the next one. Peace.